Hello students, welcome to the second session of the chapter Plant, the Form and Function. In session 1, we have learned the type of roots, their modification of stem, leaves, their external structure and their functions. Now the remaining topics, that is the flowers and the type of plants based on their characteristics, will be doing in this session. Moving on to the next is modifications of leaves. Leaves show various modifications that enable the plants to grow in different conditions. Some modifications of leaves are to reduce loss of water. The leaves of plants like cacti, barberries growing in hot and dry regions are modified into spines, thereby reducing the loss of water by transpiration process. Next modification is to store food. In onion plant, the part of the leaves growing above the ground are green, whereas the lower portion which grows underground is white. Here, the food prepared by the green part of the leaves is stored in the lower portion, which becomes thick and fleshy. The next modification of leaves can be seen in insectivorous plants. Insectivorous plants are those plants which grow in nutritional deficient soils. So the leaves of these plants are modified to trap insects and to meet the nutritional requirements of the plant. Now we will see two types of insectivorous plants. One is pitcher plant and the other one is Venus flytrap. In pitcher plant, the leaves are modified to form a cup-shaped structure which is filled with nectar. When an insect sits on the rim of the pitcher, the hair-like structure present at the rim lower the flap and close the rim and trap the insects. Venus flytrap bears leaves that look hinged at the midrib. Each part has long hair-like structures at the edge which act as a trigger. When the insect touches the hair-like structure, the two halves of the leaf snap shut, trapping the insects. So in this way, the leaves modified themselves and enable the plant to live in different situations. Now tell me, what is the most colorful and attractive part of the plant? Very true, flowers. Flowers are the most colorful and attractive parts of the plant. And the plants that bear flowers are called flowering plants. Now we will see the structure of flower. A typical flower has four parts, that is calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. And a flower may be a complete or incomplete flower. So let us see what does it mean, complete flower and incomplete flower. A plant is said to be complete if it has all the four parts, that is calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Example can be rose, hibiscus and pea plant. So opposite of this, like incomplete flower, if one or more of the four parts of a flowers are missing, it is said to be an incomplete flower, and most of the grasses have incomplete flowers. Now one by one we will see what are these four parts generally arranged in circles. Calyx, it is the outermost part of a flower and it is also known as sepals. It is green in color and its main function is to protect the flower in the budding stage. Next is corolla. The second part of the flower, it is made up of bright, colorful and sometimes its scented petals. and the main function of these petals is to attract insects and birds for pollination. Androecium, it is the third part of the flower and it is made up of stamens which are the main part of the flower. And each stamen is made up of a filament and anther. Now the next is gynoecium. The innermost part of the flower is called gynoecium. It is made up of pistils and the pistil has three main parts named stigma, style and ovary. Gynoecium is also known as the female part of the flower and androecium is known as the male part of the flower. Now we will see what are the functions of a flower. I think you all know that it is the reproductive organ of a plant that results in the formation of fruits and seeds. And the nectar present in flower is a source of food for many insects. Insects use this nectar to make honey. Now we will see classification of plants. Plants can be classified on the basis of their structure and mode of reproduction. Plants can also be classified on the basis of their size and type of stem. So first we will see based on size and type of stem. Plants are divided into herbs, shrubs and trees based on their size, and creepers and climbers have weaker stems in comparison to the herbs, shrubs and trees. So now we will see what are herbs. Small plants are known as herbs. They are the shortest of the three. Example, tulsi, tomato and mint. Now what about shrubs? Medium-sized plants are known as shrubs. They are taller than herbs but shorter than trees. Example, rose, lemon and hibiscus. What about trees? Tall plants are known as trees. They are bigger than shrubs and bigger than herbs. Example, coconut tree, mango tree, banyan tree, etc. Now what are creepers? Creepers are plants that grow close to the ground. They creep, that is why the name given to this plant is creepers. They creep along the ground because of their weak stem, like watermelon, strawberry, pumpkin are examples of creepers. What about climbers? As the name says, climbers too have a weak stem, and as they cannot stand on their own, they take the support of another plant or walls to climb up. Money plant and many types of jasmine, bitter gourd, cucumber, etc. are climbers. Now, what about the plants based on structure and mode of reproduction? Now, based on this, the plants are divided into different groups on the basis of presence or absence of three different structures like a vascular system, seed and flowers, or fruits and mode of reproduction. Hope all your concepts are clear from today's session.